My name is Caitlin Piserchia, and I'm here on behalf of myself and also on behalf of Forward Montana Foundation, where I work as the Conservation Outreach Fellow. Forward Montana Foundation is a statewide organization that builds power with and for young Montanans. I'm also a NorthWestern Energy ratepayer, as are most of our staff, members, and volunteers, and I personally live in Missoula. When Forward Montana Foundation registers young voters, we also collect information on what issues are most important to young Montanans. Taking action on climate change, working for economic stability for young people, and advocating for renewable energy are among the issues that come up repeatedly, and we are committed to advocating for action on all of them because we see them as inextricable. We also want to work for a future in our state where young Montanans have a future. Earlier this spring, we were extremely concerned to hear that you voted to publicly support SB 331 over the strongly worded recommendations of Public Service Commission staff. We question whether you take your responsibility seriously to regulate utilities like NorthWestern Energy in the public interest and protect customers from unjust rates. We do not find it acceptable to approve a raise in electricity rates just so NorthWestern Energy can continue to make a high profit off of burning coal. And as you and other commissioners move into the rate case process, we really hope that you will reconsider this position and make sure that low-income ratepayers, many of whom are young Montanans, do not have to bear the burden of NorthWestern Energy's depreciated investments. Shareholders should bear the risk and the cost instead. Customers have already been overcharged for the cost of Colstrip, and we strongly oppose passing on more capital expenditures and cleanup costs onto ratepayers. Since Colstrip is one of the most expensive resources in NorthWestern Energy's portfolio, not to mention the externalized costs, it would also be extremely imprudent to continue allowing NorthWestern Energy to make a high profit off of continued operation. We also ask that you direct NorthWestern Energy to set aside sufficient funds to cover Colstrip cleanup costs and require shareholders to cover those costs. We ask that you support the community of Colstrip as well and direct NorthWestern Energy to set aside an appropriate amount of money for Colstrip community funding, as other utility owners have done, and require that Northern Cheyenne tribal representatives are consulted over appropriate distribution of those funds. Finally, we strongly support rewarding, not penalizing, rooftop solar customers for adding solar energy to the grid. NorthWestern Energy's proposed demand charge, as many have already mentioned, would disincentivize rooftop solar and make it more expensive for new rooftop solar customers to add energy to the grid. And as you know, the city of Missoula recently committed to transition to 100% clean electricity by 2030. As our commissioner, we need you to support changes that help move us toward this commitment, not further away. As rate case proceedings proceed, we ask you to uphold your mandate to regulate NorthWestern Energy in the public interest and put young Montanans, the city of Missoula, and all of your constituents over the profit motives of NorthWestern Energy shareholders and executives.